Good morning, everyone. How are you on this lovely July 5th? Well, if you couldn't tell from the title, this is a story time of July 4th fail. Now, a lot of things happened on July 4th. Technically for me, it was July 3rd. And this is not your typical losing fingers and toes. I got all 10 fingers. But this is showing fail as far as you need to practice what you preach. On my channel, I show my successes and my failures because I want others to learn from my mistakes, because they're not really a mistake if you learn from them. It's not really a fail if you learn. And what I'm talking about is I, along with a lot of other people, we preach about EDC, we talk about carrying different methods of fire making, talk about our knives, all that kind of stuff. Well, I went out to a friend's house. They were having a soiree, and they were going to cook hot dogs on the fire pit. Massive fire pit. It's probably a good 3 foot, 4 foot in diameter. So it's pretty big. And then they had a big grill to sit on top of it. But they use, and I'm kind of proud of them, they use a flamethrower, one of the the weed eating burn your weeds flamethrower, normally to start the fire, because they just have big block wood and everything, and fortunately it was kind of wet. But they didn't check the propane tank, and the propane tank was empty. So that's fail number 1. Fail number 2, I guess, is the fact that the wood was wet. But the biggest fail was on me in terms of, in my truck, I've got all my stuff. I've got I've got some knives, I've got a little 10-piece kit bag, a couple different extra fire starting methods, blah blah blah. But we drove my wife's car. My wife's car had basically nothing. I was lucky, and I found I had a Mora 511 sitting in her glove box that I'd had there forever. So I at least did have a knife. The problem is that, and if you watch my channel, you know I love my Moras, love my 511s. Mora 511 is not meant to be batoned on, and not meant to split wood. It actually broke the tip off of my knife, but it was still usable in terms of trying to make feather sticks and stuff. But the problem is that I didn't have any way to really start the fire. I had a little box of matches, and with the wood being wet, I didn't do crap. I didn't have any fire starters, nothing. Ended up having to use some of the citronella oil stuff for the tiki torches, and that worked. But I took it as a fail on my part, because I talk all the time about different ways to make fire and to use your knives and blah blah blah, and I couldn't do any of it because I didn't have any of it with me. So it shows me that I need to laugh at people who wear masks in vehicles by themselves. I digress. And that I need to make sure that I have a kit in all my vehicles, because that might not be in my truck, obviously. And that I need to make sure that I'm prepared for more than just, a simple Mora. I'm going to be adding at least some sort of small little hatchet to my kits, because, as I said, Mora 511s aren't meant to split wood, and you need to use the right tool for the right job if you can help it. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody's still got all their fingers and toes, and we'll talk to you here on the next one.